Hello everyone, good evening. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students that you have been shortlisted for the next phase of the BITS admission process, which is portfolio and interview stage. And today we are having a webinar on interview, and we have already done with the portfolio webinar last week. And I hope that you all have uploaded the portfolio, and the deadline to upload portfolio is 19th April, which is tomorrow. Please make sure that you upload the portfolio and the criteria, the factors that we will be considering already been emailed to you in the shortlisting email. So those who are not done uploading the portfolio, please do it today or by tomorrow afternoon. Don't wait till the last minute to avoid the last minute rush. And make sure that you do both the things, upload the portfolio as well as book your interview slot. Today we are having two faculties of the design school, one Mandar Kale and Samir Parker, who will take you through the portfolio uploading plus the interview thing. So Mandar and Samir, please you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Great to have
Hi,
you
good
all
evening,
here.
everyone. Yeah,
Hey, Mandar. Hey, Kumaran. So, welcome to, I can see a list of over 250 attendees. So, that's great for a Friday evening. We are quite excited to continue this process. You've all been working hard, putting your portfolios together, I'm sure. And we had an online session where we gave you all some pointers, guidelines as to what we are looking for in the portfolio. So now that you all are coming to the end of that process, the next stage that lies ahead is the interview. And I think I'll share my screen now. Folks, just give me a second.
so I'll just repeat what Kumaran already talked about. So yes, hi, hello everyone. Please don't wait till the last minute to upload your portfolios. Double check them once. Make sure that the PDF or whatever file you're uploading, it's playing, it's opening. Double check it and then upload. Yeah,
Great. So can we all see my screen?
I can. I think yeah, we can. Yes.
I hope everyone else is. So here we are, a picture you might have seen on our website, though it's slightly cropped there. This is our wonderful new campus at Kamba in Kalyan. And you're looking at the Center of Excellence, which is on our campus. But before we get there, we have to get through the interview and the portfolio, of course, which is related to that. But the interview, as we see it at BITS Design School, is really about being able to get to know each other. In a relatively short time, Mandar, myself, and other colleagues, as we engage with you all in the online process, we would like to understand where you are coming from and how you can become part of the BITS Design School family. Definitely part of the BITS design family, or the BITS family as we are, is certainly a privilege. Whether we are faculty, students, part of the various teams of administration, student outreach, admissions, we're all very, very proud to be part of this venture. And we're looking for students who will make the most of this opportunity. Because in the world of design, there are many ways you can kind of find your way. And here at BITSDES, we are trying out some ways through transdisciplinary design, etc., where you all can find your way in the world. So, the students who will become part of our second batch, of course, we are looking at those who are interested in design, but we are also looking at the sort of human resource, the human capital. So, what are the kind of values and standards? What are the kind of cultural backgrounds and ways of living that we come from? What is the kind of foundational strength and reputation that you all will bring to the BITS Design School? These are very critical factors. So the interview is not meant to be something that is an intimidating process for you all. It is more about a sense of getting to understand your interests and how those align with what we are seeing as design education. The interview will essentially be based on the portfolio that you all have submitted, because that to us is a window to the kind of designer you are hoping to become. So we will ask questions based on the portfolio you have submitted to understand how you have kind of worked through whatever processes, ideas, creative expressions that you all have had, and are able to articulate them. Mandar, would you like to add?
Absolutely. I think the interview is an important aspect, but the way to approach is to not to think of it as uh, the only interview of your life, right? Um, Interview is just maybe a formal term, but it's also something that enables conversation. It's for us to understand what kind of aspirations, what kind of thinking, what kind of positioning, what kind of experience you have had in your life, and more importantly, what do you want to know, what do you want to do. So think of it as one step, another step, let's say, like Samir said, closer to your goal. And just be yourself. I think the interview is important, but not the most important thing in your life. But at least for the next few days till the interview happens, you can treat it like that. Yeah.
Great. Yes, not the only one that you all will go through, but at this point, certainly one of those things that is a possibility that will open up possibilities.
Absolutely.
Kumaran, anything you'd like to add at this point?
No, Samir, it's fine.
Okay, great. So, folks, with that kind of overview, we'll spend now a little time about the specifics of the interview evaluation criteria. Just like the portfolio which we had shared with you all, the points on which we are evaluating you all, and this has also been shared with you all on the email or the website. This is the basis on which we will be evaluating students. So the first point is how well you have built your knowledge, your awareness, followed up on the curiosity, and what is that passion or hunger that you have for this field that is evidenced or demonstrated by the kind of things that you have taken the trouble to find out and give your portfolio or the work that is present in your portfolio some kind of context. While I'm sure all of you all have put effort into the representation, that is the skills, the photographs, etc., that are there, we are interested to know how you have built your awareness of design, design as a practice, design as an industry, the different fields and verticals that are present in the world of design, the kind of personalities who have shaped the different fields of design, and some reference to the kind of work that is happening in the world. So, how have you been able to already prepare your knowledge base, your awareness of practices, your curiosity for things, and the hunger and passion that will allow you to push forward is the first criteria. Mandar, would you
Yeah.
like to add?
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, if you're feeling that maybe some of these words sound very big in terms of knowledge, awareness, curiosity, the different fields of design or in design industry, remember that it's a starting point. Yeah. It's not a checkpoint. It's not a laundry list of, oh, I know 15 people or 20 people. It's about what you have found out. So as an example, don't go to ChatGPT and by heart 10 names of designers because that's not really something which is going to showcase your curiosity. Of course, you can use ChatGPT to know more about design in general, but keep your understanding wide. And what we want to know is your interpretation, or what made you want to find out more about a particular aspect. It also does not mean that you need to know everything, or you need to know a large number of words, a large number of frameworks, a large number of processes. It could just be that I have looked at three or four and I was really interested in that. But your own journey of discovery, your own journey of how you went about knowing more about design and engaging with design in your own way, I think that's important. Yeah.
Yes, no, thanks for bringing up ChatGPT, Mandar. We all know that that's both a kind of a tool that can be very useful, but also something that can take us down many rabbit holes. But folks, just to again reiterate, while some of you all might have a range of curiosities and interests, if there are some of you all who have a very focused knowledge and it is a particular aspect of design or a particular set of materials or a certain kind of approach or a certain kind of ethos, even if it is a singular or a kind of a limited scheme, we will still in the interview try and probe how much you have built your sense around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's essentially the first aspect of the criteria. The second aspect is your ability to actually get into the details of what the work is that you have presented, right? So we're definitely looking at your ability to explain the work, describe it, look back upon it, and reflect where I was, could have improved something, where there was something very insightful, where there was some new piece of information that I needed in order to make this design or this visual or this, piece of interface improve. And within a certain limited ambit, your technical ability to represent that. That is to say, we are not just looking at the final product, but along with the final product of whatever your work might be in the portfolio, your ability to give us a sense of how you went about it and what you have learned from it. So, if we have done something in a software where there is a very interesting output, we would be interested in how you possibly use the tools of the software. Or, for instance, you could be inspired by another designer or artist and have tried to find a way to emulate their work. Therein, we would say, what are the kind of principles that you have drawn from them? Because every designer or creative practitioner is always inspired by things that have come before them. So, are you able to rationalize, give a certain context, give an explanation, and have some of the nuts and bolts of that object or product or graphic or sketch or interface or animation or film? It's not just the final output, but how it has come together. Mandar?
And remember that sometimes the let's say the explanation, the reflection, or the technical knowledge of a portfolio, you might think that it's very clear in your head, but in this interview especially, you have to communicate it to another human being, right? So take some time to practice, take some time to reflect, take some time to see how you would be able to communicate it, what are the words that you can use. Usually, whenever we try to explain something technical or explain something in detail, we try to go very linearly. Like we start with, first I did this, then I did this, then I did this. Another way to go about it is to talk about the most important part, the turning point in your process. The most important, it could be a challenge. Um, it could be something that you struggled with. It could be something that you learned, your most important takeaway. So look at various ways in which your the explanation and the technical knowledge of your work can be explained. And knowledge need not necessarily mean everything went well. Like I said, it could be that this is what I tried, it did not work, I tried something else. Just your this criteria really looks at how much you have engaged with your work. What is the time that you spent with it? What are the things that you tried? Maybe a very simple example, if you have done some drawings or sketches, what are the kind of, did you start from left to right? Did you do it inside out? Was it used with a reference? What made you do it the way it is? What were the challenges? How much time did you take? So you can start with small things like these, but uh, make sure that you are prioritizing what you're saying, because sometimes explaining something technical can get very long, and you might get lost in that as well. Yeah.
Very nice. So Mandar, you've kind of set up the next criteria. If you'd like to continue into
Yeah.
the communication skills one.
So communication skills are very underrated, but they're very important. It's going to be a limited time that you are going to have a conversation with someone on the other side. It's through a digital screen, which also means that you have to be extra careful about being clear, being articulate. Clarity of thought means that you are able to prioritize and you're able to explain things in a way that is understandable. Ability to convince and answer questions clearly and concisely. Um, so convince is does not mean that you have to go all out and stand your ground and really argue and defend your designs. It just means that you have to be able to put across your points strongly and clearly, um, and answer questions clearly and concisely. That's important, because during the interview, there is, like we said, it's a conversation. So the interviewers would ask you probing questions, leading questions. They might ask you a question, the same question, and again if they've not got what they wanted. Um, Couple of tips: if you get a question, you're not sure that you have understood the question, it's okay to ask the panelists if they can repeat the question. Sometimes it's also good to paraphrase the question and say that, okay, this is what I've understood. Is this what you're asking? It's also okay to take a pause and think about it. Yeah, you don't have to immediately blurt out the answer. And it's absolutely fine to say, if you don't know it, you don't know it, right? Don't try to say that, oh, I don't try to make things up, let's say, as you go. But these are a few points that can really help. We are really looking at communication skills because uh, you will be communicating as a designer, uh, to yourself, to others, to people around you, to people who you're working with, who you're working for, to users. I mean, communication is at the heart of everything. We also understand that you are at the beginning of your design journey. So communication need not mean that your language is very designerly, or it's polished in terms of big and heavy words of English. It just means that it's simple, straightforward. There is a chain of thought. There is clarity in your thinking. Even when there is no clarity, you know that, okay, I'm clear about these things, but there is one area in my portfolio which I did, but I'm not able to articulate it right now. I did it intuitively. I like the work, but I'm not able to articulate it. So even that counts as clarity of thought. If that's true for everything that you have done in your portfolio, then that's not good. But if there's one project where you feel as if it was intuitively done and you need some more time to reflect on it and understand it, it's fine. Don't rush into things. You can take a pause. You can think about, you can make sure you've understood the question, and then uh, try to answer it in the best way that you can. Yeah.
Great. So, like Mandar said, communication skills are really at the heart of so many things that designers do, irrespective of which field of design you are in. And it's not only about how well you can speak, but how you have prepared and how you can very simply and succinctly explain your thoughts. One of the skills in communication that is even further underrated is the skill of listening. So, take the time, hear what the interviewers are asking, and like Mandar said, please feel free to clarify or paraphrase. Is this what you mean? In my understanding, this is, or in, this is what I thought this meant. Please be open and honest, because we do not expect you all to be experts. We expect you all only to be true to the things that you have presented as work. Okay? So, with communication skills are also the larger social skills, or sometimes what we call life skills, where you're in your work, it's not just your individual brilliance, creativity, excellence, expression that's there, but your ability to have others also be participating in your processes. Whether it is something that you have looked to study or research, whether it is something where you've had to learn a certain skill along with others, where it is something you've had to have a role in some kind of a team or group, where that role was fitting in with others. You had to complete something in order for someone else to do that. We are certainly looking at these skills that any designer will critically need moving ahead. So, do you have the ability to collaborate, to find your role in a collaborative process? Listening pops up here again. Are you able to be empathetic? Does your work show that you have a larger care or consideration for the factors that are there and present, and not just your own desire or intention of what, say, an outcome should be? And are you able to kind of comprehend and bring things together? So this is, you can say, the kind of human aspect of a designer that we would be looking to engage with and evaluate. So that kind of covers the social skills aspect. Mandar, over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And the social skills, like Samir was saying, don't really start and stop around design, right? There could be a variety of things that you have done in school, outside of school, in your building. Um, Social skills also don't mean that it has to be that you have worked in an NGO and you have led a team and things like that. I mean, we are all from the LinkedIn generation where everything becomes like a big achievement. You can be happy and proud in terms of whatever you have done, in terms of working in groups, being collaborative, listening, and comprehension. I'll stress a little bit on comprehension as well. I think so. We have all done comprehension in school, right? You read a paragraph and you answer a question. Uh, so here you would also know that you would also experience that design is a very open field. Yeah, it's not mathematics or science where you have 1 + 1 is equal to 2 and there's only one right answer. And many times the conversation would mean that there is a uh, question in the comprehension itself. There's a question in the conversation itself. Yeah. So it could be that the interviewer is talking about something where there's a question hidden in it, or there is an answer hidden in the question. There's a lot of things about listening and comprehending what is happening are which are important. You could also practice this at home in terms of listening to other people, listening to TED Talks, listening to podcasts, and kind of practicing comprehension. Remember that comprehension is also limited to time. If you keep asking people to repeat themselves 5, 6, 7 times, then I don't think that's going to work. So if that happens once or twice, great, but just make sure that you are listening and you have practiced how to comprehend. Yeah.
Yes, practice is not a bad thing, definitely in person. And it would also help, I think, if you kind of did it on a screen so you know how you're coming across. Yeah. With a peer, with an elder person in your family, with a professional person who, from some field or the other, just so that you're confident of the medium and able to hold your own. So, from the evaluation criteria, which we can come back to if there are questions per se, the idea of the interview is that you're putting your best foot forward, right? In nice footwear, across the threshold is where we would like you to step with confidence. And there's some pointers we've given you here or we've already talked about before. Mandar, if you'd like to take them through the.
Sure. So, like Samir said, everything, uh, luck prefers the people who are prepared, right? So your preparation is on intellectual level, which is your understanding of the work, reviewing your portfolio, going back, thinking about why you did what you did, maybe also thinking about how you would review your portfolio, what questions you would ask. All of that can happen. You could prepare some note cards if there are some specific things that you would like to refer to. You could use them as cues. Um, but then there is this other aspect. So that's the intellectual or the content wise. But there's this other aspect of uh, being prepared practically as well. So don't join the call from a phone with the phone going around everywhere, holding the phone in the hand. Make sure that you are ready a few minutes before. And it's not only, and Samir said it, that it's through a medium, right? And we are going to understand you through that medium. So it's not just about the technicality of things, but it's about the mindset. So make sure you are calm, collected, you're ready 10 minutes before. You don't have to constantly adjust things, make sure there are no distractions around. And uh, the more calm you are, the more collected you are, I think the more honest you would be. Think of it like you would really want to enjoy this half an hour of speaking to someone. Yeah. If that happens, then I think it's been a successful half an hour spent, no matter what the result is. So think of it like that. Prepare for the interview by reviewing the criteria that's listed on the website. We have also gone in depth in terms of what the criteria means. At the end of the day, you are an individual, and you would have your own interpretation, you would have your own personality. The interview is not meant to put you in a box and say that these are the 6 criteria, these are the 2 questions you have to answer like this. It's quite the opposite. So the conversations will find their own way, and the conversations will ideally look at how to uncover your true self and understand your true self. Yeah.
So, I would like you guys to know that all of us who are part of the interview process from the other side are actually quite eager. We are excited by the prospect of meeting all of y'all online. All of y'all are our potential students, potential stakeholders in this thing that we are also deeply invested in. So, we are looking forward to it. And like Mandar said, the preparation is not just intellectual and cognitive. That's not just about your mind, but also the body, the space, the spirit you're feeling. So if your younger brother or sister is irritating you, then make sure they are away. But if they are there to kind of give you a little pep or a push, then have them around. Of course, not on camera. Have your favorite Bonvita or Chas or whatever is helps you to kind of feel happy and nice and be in a good mind space, because irrespective of the result, this is the engagement as a designer and the design language that you will be using possibly for the rest of your life. So, with that, I will stop the slideshow, and we are here to take questions and clarify any of the points that you all would need to, we all would like to ask.
Yes, Samir. So, as you spoke more about the interview that will roam around the portfolio. So today we have so many questions based on the portfolio, not interviews. So they are very, very worried about the portfolio, that what sort of portfolio that we are looking for. So students, see, we have already mailed you the portfolio criteria. So it is not the limit to it. So it's up to you what you want to add. Can be anything as told by Samir, Sangeet, and Mandar in the last previous portfolio webinars. So you can refer to the PDF file that we have sent, and even you can refer to the portfolio webinar on YouTube. But do not limit yourself to the things that is said by us. That is only the recommendation that what the portfolio can contain, right? So please be yourself, add whatever you want to, and be expressive. That's it. So we have questions based on interview as well as portfolios. But before that, let me clarify one thing. Guys, the students, the interview will be online. So as soon as you have booked the slot, you might have received the confirmation email from us saying the date of interview and the slot you have chosen, and you will get the Zoom link 1 day prior to the interview. So don't rush. Okay. So you'll receive the link 1 day prior. And regarding the portfolio, once again, let me repeat it. Tomorrow is the last day to upload it. So whatever you have, do it tomorrow. And let me go to the questions. We have several questions asked by the student. The main questions were on the projects. So one question is from Mukund asking for some projects. I have a functioning website for it, and I have added a link if the reviewer would optionally like to visit the site. Is this okay?
So Kumaran, there was a point about external links in the portfolio. I'm not sure how this
No, so they are
person.
not supposed to add any link which is updating in the portfolio itself. If they want, they can add it in the say they can add a video in the optional thing, or else they can share the screen during the interview to show any live such website they have created.
Okay, so thanks for that. So, folks, either have the web pages as part of your portfolio, and it can be in different interfaces. You could have that as part. You're allowed to upload a video file, so you could have the pages of the scrolling happen in the video as well. But in the interview, it will be up to the interviewers to choose which projects they would like to ask you about. Yeah, that will not necessarily be your choice. You might want to suggest to them, I would like to talk about this, but they will have looked at your portfolio and they will make that call that this is what we would like to question you about. Okay, Mukul?
Yeah. So the question, yeah, Mukund, yeah. So they are also asking about the SOPs that they uploaded during the application form, the statement of purpose. So yes, that will be certainly be added to your interview process, the statement of purpose plus hobbies, extracurricular activities. So that will be part of the interview, and there can be questions based on your SOP that you've written. Yeah, second question is, I have some Indian culture artworks that I did. What your take on these artworks in a portfolio? And does BITS like more of modern designs or traditional type of designs?
Mandar, would you like to?
So I think that's the wrong approach to look at work. So I would really request you not to worry about what BITS likes. Um, uh, we are not here to look at a particular kind of design, a particular kind of ethos, a particular kind of style, a particular kind of positioning. Um, it has to be what you are interested in. So don't look at it as trying to please BITS. Look at it as what is it that you would want to do. Design is a very big world. There's a variety of ways in which people be creative. So you have to be honest to yourself. So if it's Indian artwork, if it's international artwork, if it's pottery, if it's poetry, if it's technical understanding, if it's Western European, if it's South Indian, does not matter. The content and where it sits is not the critical point. Your relationship with the content. So if it's Indian artwork and you're really mesmerized by it, you're very interested by it, you have done work around it, you have engaged with it, great. It just gives us an opportunity to know you better and know your thinking better. So I would say it does not matter. It's we are content agnostic, let's say. It should not matter where the what the content is. Your engagement with the content is what matters. Yeah.
And just to add to that, we are looking at diversity. So if there's something unique, always interested. Point is, it should be not just the superficial or the immediate thing of it that you are looking at, but every kind of work is equally valid or weighted, and we will be interested.
Yeah.
Kumaran?
Yeah. So the next question is the adding of the creative video is optional, but does it add more impact or is it okay to just post the portfolio?
So the creative video is if the medium that you have been working in requires video. For instance, if you have done animations or GIFs or made reels, then obviously a PDF portfolio would not cover that. So again, true to the work you've been doing, having a reel or having a video does not add value per se. It's about the kind of work and the best way it is represented. If all of your work is really handwork and based around drawing, sketching, making, then that might not be required. So only put the video if it is required for the kind of work that needs it. But you will not get any benefit or not be penalized for having or not having it.
So, for example, if you have, like Samir was saying, if you've done some sculpture or if you've made something or there's a sketch, don't put it in a video with some text effects and things like that just to make a video. It's not going to help. But if you have done, if you have shot a video, if you have done a movie, like Samir was saying, if there's some animation and your work requires things to move, and when you did the work, it was in the form of a video, if it was in the form of moving images, then we have that option for you to showcase it like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. But can the portfolio be in any style? Does it, being a little crowded, make it difficult for the panelists to judge?
So it's, I mean, you can go back to the evaluation or the assessment criteria, but it has to be understandable first. So it can be in any style, it can be in any visual language, let's say. And at the end of the day, if it's crowded and not understandable, it's going to be an issue. If it's crowded and understandable, why not? So that's a call that you will have to take. You can test it on yourself. You can test it on some of your friends to see whether it's readable, and then take that call. Yeah.
And there are enough examples out there. See which ones work for you. Yeah.
So we have the first question on interview. Is being talkative a cons for the interview? Do we absolutely need to be concise to our context, or is being elaborating okay?
The answer is it depends. So the other thing about comprehension and ability to empathize and listen is to understand what is expected, or what they say, read a room. Yeah. So if you are inherently talkative and you can't wait to speak because you're excited about your work, you can't wait to speak, and you start and then you feel that, oh, this is the interview is looking somewhere else. They look bored or they're stopping you and asking you the next question, you get a hint that maybe what I'm saying is too much. On the other hand, if you are not so talkative, if it's not very easy for you to talk to a stranger, let's say on the screen, just like that, maybe you can have some cue cards and you can start with one or two sentences. Avoid long, awkward pauses, let's say. Remember, in many cases, the interviewer would also help you kind of talk, help you understand, because if the conversation stops, it does not help either side. So being talkative uh, could be a con if you're not able to read the room, but you will have to manage and maybe understand that. Yeah.
I suspect this person might be a talkative person. Be
Certainly.
true. Be true to the person you are
Yeah.
and look for cues in the person in front. This is not just true for the interview, it's true for life.
Uh, if we add projects which are sketches and idea and research without the final product, so can I put that idea in my portfolio as sketches? Does it work?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Things that are works in progress, rough, unrealized things. So many great designers and architects, their greatest works are what they call unbuilt works. So it's about the context, the thing you cared about, the thing you researched, the ideas you tussled with. If it's at a half finished stage or not complete, just give it the context. It's not just putting random things in ki ye bhi kiya, ye bhi kiya. I mean, that can be there, but like I said, we are looking at insightfulness. So it's not quantum of work, it's the person you are and the things you care about as shown through your work. And if those things are not complete, no worries about that.
So apart from this, there are questions based on scholarship. So I can signal it. So the scholarships are given on the basis of all the three parts of the admission process. So please understand that 30% weightage is for the entrance examination, 30% is for the portfolio, and 40% is for the interview. So combining all these three will get you a score out of 100. Based on the final score, you will be allocated the scholarship, right? So it's not like if you're appear only for BITSDES or an ID or UCID will have some plus over the other examinations. So even though you appeared for any of the examinations, maybe NID, UCID or BITSDES, we will take 30% of it. So we have taken the best of three of because that's the reason you all are here as the shortlisted students. So we have taken the best of three and you have cleared the cutoff for the specific examinations. So already we have decided your 30%. So remaining 70% will be done after the uploading of the portfolio and the interview thing. So based on the final score, you will be allocated the scholarship. The numbers are not final, but I think last year we had around 70 students got the scholarship out of 140. So this year we have 180 students. The numbers are yet to get finalized, but it will be around 70, 75. And right now we have shortlisted 855 students. So out of this, only eight will go through. I know that is a huge gap as by the student. But this is the process that we follow at BITS. If you have any other query than other than this regarding the scholarships and the process, you can call our counselors. Apart from that, queries regarding interviews and portfolios can go through the PDF file that we have shared in the mail. And this video will be uploaded on YouTube on Monday. So you can go through it and on Monday also. And I think we have answered all the queries, Samir, on that. So maybe we can close this meeting, webinar.
Okay, I
Thanks
noticed a
for,
question on plagiarism.
yeah,
Uh, so, if we are using works as inspiration, please ensure that they are properly accredited. That I was inspired by the work of this artist, designer, architect. Please make sure you have credited. In that case, it is not plagiarism. If you have taken a bit of something and used it, also please do acknowledge. Will we be able in the short time that's there to catch it? I'll be honest, we don't know. But if there are, so the process of the portfolio review, at one stage there will be a flagging of that. Should any of the reviewers find something that does not look completely kosher or honest, and at the stage of the interview, if we find that there is something that needs to be probed, does this look like this person has done it? Does this look like this person has developed it? Because this is not consistent with this. If that is a doubtful thing, then there will be consequences. So please be completely honest if you've used something. If we've credited where we've got something from, there is no issue whatsoever.
yeah. Okay. So that's
I
what
think
one
that.
question. Interesting question, Samir, regarding the
Mhm.
video. Say if I made a character design and if in the video I animate the environment in which the character lives, and if I don't mention the environment in the portfolio, only the character, is it fine?
Again, you decide the context. Is the character the central theme of what your skill or representation is? Uh, I would think you have to take that call. Mandar, do you have any thoughts?
I agree, but my question would be that maybe you can mention the environment if you have not already uh, done that. Um, it's about, like Samir said, right? How do you it's a very contextual question. So if the character is interacting with the environment, holding something up, if the lighting of the environment is affecting the character, all of that, then both are together. It's a holistic approach. But if you design the character with just the character in mind and you've put it in an environment just as a first step, then maybe the environment is not that important. Yeah.
Thank you, Mandar. So anything else you like to add apart from the questions, Mandar, Samir?
So once again, to underline, we on this other side, the panelists are looking forward to it. We are not here to poke holes. Yeah, we are not here to say, oh, this is good, this is not good. We are curious about you. We will want you to represent your strengths. So our questions will be around the work that you yourself probably think is my best work or my most exciting work. Do follow the kind of chain of thought. See where we are coming from. We are not there, like I said, to tell you why things are not good. We are wanting to find the best in you. Yeah. So with that in mind, like we said, get a proper prep and enjoy the process, because if you've chosen this line, whether it's with us at BITSDES or anywhere else, design is what we live every day. Yeah. Mandar?
You said it all, Samir. Very well put.
Kumaran, thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
All the
Mandar.
best
Thank
to
you, everyone.
everyone.
Thank
And
you. All the best. Yeah.
we'll see you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you.